All right, let's break down them games right quick. Week 1, baby. Woo! If I could emphasize one thing to you guys, it's fucking week 1. Okay. Chill. Green Bay, Chicago, Thursday night opener. I know a lot of you guys said, because it was 10-7, 10-3, whatever it was. It's, oh man, it's so boring. I want to try out a 100-year offense, man. Fucking NFL, man. Y'all stupid. This was a first game of the year between two division rivals with pretty good defenses. Aaron Rodgers, first year in the new system. By the way, he is going to be fire. F-I-E, fire. Aaron Rodgers fire, boy. His whole career he been fired at running, throwing the ball on the run, and he's asked to do that a lot in this system. This the only system he's ever been in, by the way. Not every offense is a system. I don't know why you guys say that, but when you take the best quarterback and you drop him into a system, you improve the defense. Sky's the limit, man. Another thing, on the other side of the ball, Chicago, hey, a lot of people was worried about, no Vic Fangio, Nick Fangio. Hey, no fucking problem. The defense is loaded, just like I told you. Trubisky, on the other hand, he's still inaccurate. It's going to be a long year, man. It could be a long year. You want to see more improvement than what you've seen for the third-year quarterback. Probably not all his fault, man. Matt Nagy, hey, run the ball. You just drafted probably the best running back in the draft as your first pick in the third round. Hey, run the fucking ball. This division gonna be a dogfight, man. Fuck. My Falcons got their shit pushed the fuck in, man. Vikings. Hey, I told you I picked them guys to win the NFC North for a reason. Them guys are Super Bowl contenders. Laugh if you want to. They got a killer defense, a healthy Dalvin Cook, and that Kubiak scheme behind a revamped offensive line. I told you, motherfuckers. But it was a terrible start for the Falcons. Here was their first 4 possessions. Block, punt, interception, fumble, punt. Once you was down 28-0, it's hard to come back on a team like that, particularly one with, an excellent secondary. But Dalvin Cook, man, he was as advertised. Coming out of FSU, everybody was super high on him. He was a 2nd-round pick. I'm a heavy proponent of Dalvin Cook, and I hope you guys are watching. And because somebody right now is kicking your ass in a fantasy league because of him. The Falcons just could not stop that outside zone in the running game. Man, it was terrible. It was total domination. I'll be the first to admit it. I know everybody says Mike Zimmer wants the Minnesota Vikings to run like this. Kirk Cousins, he threw 10 passes, completed 8 for 98 yards. Look, that's not how every game's going to go. It just ain't. That's how this game went because the game just kind of scripted and played out that way. They're not going to ask Kirk Cousins to be a game manager, okay? He's very talented. He has a bevy of weapons. And when it calls for going deep, throwing balls, hey, you're going to see a lot of gunslinging from Kirk Cousins. But watch out for them Vikings, man. They're going to have a top 3 defense. They are Super Bowl contenders. Passing game, hey, it's still going to be lit, all right? Don't panic. It's week 1. You got your shit pushed in. It happens. Salute to Minnesota. Titans and Browns. Look, I know a lot of you guys want to clown the Browns because of all the offseason hype and, blah, blah, blah. And they came out real flat, real soft. Real soft. And, they got blown the fuck out by 30 points at home, opening day. So I understand. Not hitting the panic button. Browns are still fucking good. They had a lot of penalties yesterday. 18 penalties. Damn near a fucking record. I mean, they had guys out there fighting. Browns had, Cam Robinson, he got kicked out the game for, kicking somebody in the head or something. And, which is good for, like machismo and shit. Yeah, motherfucker! But not so good for if you're trying to win football games. So, shit happens. Another news flash. Tennessee Titans are pretty fucking good. Alright? playoffs last 3 years, they're always 9-7 on the wild card step. Their defense is killer. If Mariota stays healthy. But look at my boy A.J. Brown out there, man. Are you kidding me? 3 catches, 100 yards. I'm not telling you to sprint to the waiver wire to pick him up for your fantasy team, but what I am telling you is he's a dog. He's a beast. He's a yards after catch monster. Keep your fucking eyes peeled, and maybe you scoop him up later. But that's the Titans game, man. They want to play defense. They want to hit some, hit Delaney Walker for some chunk plays. A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, who, by the way, was he even out there on Sunday? He was, but he didn't do shit, literally. That game got out of hand big fucking time. The Browns gave up, just poor tackling, poor positioning, gave up huge chunk plays. I guess, Browns defensive coordinator, I guess he was watching all you fantasy football nerds out here on your channels talk about how Derrick Henry can't catch the ball because nobody covered his ass, and he made him pay 75 yards to the house. Shout out my boy Derrick Henry. And shout out to Mike Vrabel for actually handing the motherfucker the football. Hallelujah! Thank God. Titans. Keep feeding them, man. OBJ, he got this watch everybody's talking about. It's worth $1 bajillion. So what? He's probably getting paid a hefty endorsement. Like, everybody want to make it a thing. Like, oh, he thinks he's too good. Oh, his shit don't stink. And, man, fuck that. Let that young boy rock that. Millie Rock, whatever the fucking watch is called. Let him rock that shit, man. God damn, son. Dak Prescott was out there playing like he read my tweets and watch my fucking videos, man. I swear to God, boy, he was out there killing it. 400 some odd yard, 5 touchdown, whatever it was. He killed that shit. Don't be super fooled, man. I'm not gonna say. Hold on, let me taste that bitch. Hallelujah. He was making throws to wide open players against a bottom third of the league secondary. I probably underestimated a little bit. It's going to be fun to watch it play out. I know there's going to be some Cowboys fans on here hating and talking shit, which is cool because that's the same thing I've been doing. And, hey, man, I predicted the Giants to not finish bottom 5 this year. I think Eli Manning is going to start at least 12 games. And that's really a bold prediction. Everybody says, oh, Eli Manning sucks. He ain't shit. He's the problem. Put Daniel Jones in. Kill yourself, firstly. And Eli Manning, he played pretty good, man. Did you see the play where motherfucker was trying to tackle him and he spun out of that shit, then completed the pass? I mean, fuck. All you guys that say he's fucking terrible, he's old and this, that, and the other, I thought that was a pretty smooth fucking move. He was looking like goddamn Carson Wentz out that motherfucker. Anyway, their O-line played nice. There was a lot of plays I seen where maybe some miscues. Manning hit Barkley in the back, with some passes. But I just think the Giants are going to be a little bit better than what you guys is giving them credit for. But they got to get some sacks, man. They got to get some of them young boys tuned up. And I know Dallas got a good O-line. Man. 0 sacks. 0 sacks. I think there was 1 pressure. That's not going to get it done. Conversely, though, the Giants only gave up 1 sack on offense. So, moving on. Bengals and Seahawks, man. Hey. Pete Carroll, his MO, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Look like ain't shit going to change, man. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. He obviously saw the Bengals linebacker core. He probably felt like he could take advantage of that. Some of those speedy D linemen, the sense he's got, you could just trap them, you know what I mean? Shoot the gap, keep running the ball, run the ball, run the ball. That's the bread and butter, man. Pete Carroll, what you like to do? Run the ball. Hey, Pete Carroll, what's the game plan this week? Run the ball. Hey, Pete, what you want to do? Run the ball. Hey, what you like right here, Pete? What you like? Run the ball! Run the ball? Okay, we can run the ball. It's like he got some PTSD, man, about how he should have ran the ball in Super Bowl 48, and like it stuck in his head. Hustle Skilson, he did his part. He did all of his part. You know, when shit breaks down, ain't nobody better than Hustle Skilson, man. Bad snap, don't matter. Pick it up, spin around, run over here, redirect the receiver, hit him deep. Every fucking time. I like Andy Dalton in the new scheme, man. I can see a little potential. There are some weapons. The O-line's okay. The zone blocking scheme can make the mediocre O-line better. And Dalton is a mobile guy. He is a mobile guy. Don't get it fucked up. I'm not telling you he's Aaron Rodgers, but I do believe they can have some offensive success even without A.J. Green because of this system, man. Joe Mixon, he got injured. Prior to that, he wasn't doing well, okay? They fully committed to shutting down the run out there in Seattle, and maybe because of that, you've seen Andy Dalton throw wildly on their secondary for 400 and some odd yards. Why in the fuck is PFF so high on Jesse Bates? I don't get it. Sometimes numbers is just numbers, man, but when you watch the game, that's why I said all last year, man. Jesse Bates, I think he was a second-round pick last year for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's out of place. He's not super rangy. He's not. He whiffs on tackles, consistently whiffs on tackles. You know, doesn't take good angles. You know, reach up. He can't jump high enough to get the ball. I mean, why? Tell me why PFF so high on Jesse Bates, man. But I don't get it. Foles gold. That's right, baby. That's right. Nick Foles, clavicle, got his shit pushed in. Not sure if he'll be back, depending on what reports you read. Gardner Minshew, if you guys do not know, Washington State, from the air raid system, the Mike Leach shit. He's got the mustache. He got some swag to him now. I mean, he played some big games at Washington State, and you know, he's an accurate thrower. I will give him that. Not so sure that he's going to lead the Jacksonville Jaguars against NFL defenses consistently. Not sure if he's going, unless it's the Chiefs. Yeah, because he went 22 of 25 against the Chiefs. That is fucking terrible. Do you need any more confirmation that you have the worst set of corners in the league? Miles Jack, man. What's up, man? He done went a little loco. Brother was out there fighting like he was fighting over the last chicken wing at the barbecue, man. I mean, swear to God. And it's because he was frustrated, man. He was getting his ass worked in coverage, man. Couldn't keep up with Kelsey. I would venture to say blowing assignments. Like, man, he just got paid, and he got paid to be that sideline to sideline type of guy, and he really whiffed big time. Jalen Ramsey, to be such a highly touted guy, and for that Jacksonville defense as a whole to be so vaunted, like, Chiefs cut through him, man. Chiefs cut through him like a butter knife. It was missed tackles. It was wide open throws. Man, I know Andy Reid is a genius, and Pat Mahomes he's a beast, and they got a loaded offense. But I expected to see better than that, man. But this game, it could have been closer than it was, minus the big plays. And Ramsey ought to be ashamed, man. Pulling up to the training field and motherfucking in a Brinks truck, and you know, he's going to get paid by somebody. But damn, boy, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions for the Jaguars defense. That's terrible. To be so highly touted, that's fucking terrible. You guys got to quit doubting the OG, man. 3 OG running backs left in the league. Adrian Peterson, LaShawn McCoy, Frank Gore. Ain't none of them going to catch Emmitt Smith. But LaShawn McCoy, you guys clowned on him last year because he was playing in Buffalo behind a shitty offensive line and not a good passing game last season. And he got fresh legs. That boy can still go. And you're not asking him to be the bell cow. So that was refreshing to see that. But definitely a running back by committee out there in Kansas City. Hey, look, Patrick Mahomes, look, I get it. You're a beast, MVP, everybody love you, blah, blah, blah. Look, don't fuck around over here on my team, man. If you got a wide open person in the fucking end zone, throw him the ball and look at him. Stop bullshitting. I don't care if we're up 50 or if we're up 10. That shit wouldn't fly in New England. Bill Belichick would sit your motherfucking punk ass on the sideline. Stop the no-look shit. You ain't got to be so swaggy all the time, man. It's not about swag. Do your fucking job, man. Rams and Panthers. Man, Cam Newton, he did not look great out there. He made the throws he had to make, but he fucked up on them throws he should have made. The whole narrative is, oh man, he got the new throwing motion, blah, blah, blah. Hey, we're going to see. Hey, it's week 1. I'm not going to come on here and shit on him in one fucking week. But, you know, he had some plays like he had a deep throw to Curtis Samuel that a good NFL quarterback is supposed to hit. The lateral pass to DJ Moore, not on target. By the way, man, DJ Moore, hey, his whole game is what he can do after the catch. And for him to essentially have 2 fumbles, you know, he could have caught the one Cam threw him, and then ball got punched loose down the field, man. You can't be fumbling, man. Not when you're not the route runner type. He's not the deep ball specialist. You know, none of those things. He's the yards after catch guy. And if that's what you do, that's your bread and butter. You can't be out here fumbling. Carolina's defensive line, I fully anticipated they was going to give the Rams trouble, and they didn't. They fucking didn't. They didn't wow. They didn't get sacks. Wasn't a ton of pressure. They didn't shut them down. I was disappointed in that. I really thought I was going to see that D-line come to life and put the Rams in their place. Running back committee is in full effect for the Rams, man. Gurley had some stats. He put up numbers. You ain't fooling me. He does not look the same. Something ain't right. It's going to be fun to see it play out. I don't wish ill will on him. I love Todd Gurley. He played for my dogs, and I'm hoping everything works out. But when you giving Malcolm Brown, all them goal line carries, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. But maybe they're just lightening the load. Lighten the load, and it's not a terrible idea. But you can't talk about this game without talking about Run CMC. That's right. Christian McCaffrey, he's a grown-ass man, dog. A grown-ass man. And anytime they play, I hope you guys own them on fantasy. I happen to do. I hope you guys own them on fantasy, because anytime they play a team with lackluster linebackers, watch the fuck out. Because, hey, that's his game. Catching the ball, running in space. Not to say he can't run between the tackles, because he does, and he will kill you. But Christian McCaffrey's a beast, man. When the Carolina Panthers play a team with suspect linebackers, put them in the mix. Can't sit them. One player that stood out to me yesterday for the Panthers, or Sunday for the Panthers, was Bradbury, the corner. He made some nice plays at opportune times, big third downs, made tackles, tackle for loss. I think he had a sack. He was playing his ass off. I got to give him credit, because I said he was average. So, but yeah, man. But Cam threw some balls that he shouldn't have thrown. Double coverage, just bad placement with the passes. He had a terrible QBR when you look at it, and for all that was said about, I know the Rams have a good secondary, but for all that was said about Cam's new throwing motion, it didn't come to light yesterday. The symbolic moment of the night to me was when they had the center out there. It was playtime. Blue 42, red 18, red 18. Hut! The rest of the fucking line took the fuck off, pass blocking. He's still sitting there holding the football. Come on, man! Come on, man! That's probably gonna be on Come On, Man. So don't think I stole that or no shit. I mean, everybody saw that, but it was fucking terrible, man. Blew them bitches out by 30. God damn, what a start for the Patriots. Pittsburgh, no, he wasn't ready. Bud Dupree, Somebody put him on a milk carton, bro, because his NFL career is coming to an end. He sucks. I mean, point blank, period. But Isaiah Wynn, the second-year man out of Georgia, the tackle, but he was taking Dupree's lunch money every fucking snap. Yikes. Big play after big play. You are not confident in the Pittsburgh Steelers defense after watching that game. We'll see if they can bounce back against Seattle. But, for all that's been said about, minus Antonio Brown and Bell and all this shit, like, motherfuckers couldn't get open, okay? I know New England got a badass secondary. I understand that. But wide receivers was not getting open. I mean, you had 3 3-and-outs to start it off. And you can't have that. If you're a wide receiver, and we develop all these wide receivers, which they do, you cannot have this all year long. You can't. And I don't think we will. I don't think it'll be as bad as this for the Pittsburgh Steelers all year. Donte Moncrief. I tried to tell you motherfuckers he wasn't shit. Hell, he tried to tell you he wasn't shit, last year in Jacksonville. But, hey, it's all about Washington, Deontay Johnson after this. Moncrief, I hope you guys didn't draft him. I hope you're dropping him today. Bitch had 10 targets, 3 catches and 7 yards or some stupid shit. Pull up the stat, man. That ain't going to get it done. The Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. They had them bitches down 17-0 and even 24-6. 24-9 coming into the fourth quarter. But give credit where credit is due. Little Kyler Murray, man, he went something god awful, man. Like 20 out of 29, 208 yards with 140 some odd QB rating. I mean, in the fourth quarter, but it turned it on. If you're the Detroit Lions, though, you got to feel like this is a loss, not a tie. If you're the Cardinals, this is a win for you. But somebody introduce Kerryon Johnson to Darrell Bevell, please, for me. I don't think he met him. Kenny Galladay, man, to be such a big-bodied guy. Get up, man. Get up, okay? Make that fucking grab. Your defense can't be giving up, 16-point deficits in the fourth quarter. You just can't be blowing that kind of lead. Not if you're a defensive wizard. But another thing, man, why do you have a fucking pencil on the ear at all times when you got a goddamn laminate sheet? You're not writing on anything. The pencil is a fucking prop. I don't need you out there with a fucking prop, man. It'd be like if I showed up with an empty fucking beer bottle out here. You'd be like, why the fuck has he got an empty beer bottle? It doesn't serve any purpose. Come on, man. Man, y'all gonna stop disrespecting Josh Allen sooner or later. This man had 142.5 QB rating in the fourth quarter. He was down 16 fucking points. He was down 16 points, man. Battle back. Always does. Let me tell you something else you probably didn't know, man. This man has 6 fucking wins. 6 wins as an NFL quarterback. Every single one of them is either a fourth quarter comeback or a game-winning drive. Devin Singletary, woo! He came out and surprised you guys. I know a lot of you guys don't like to start college people, but some of y'all missed out on a damn good fantasy running back. Yeah, he's 5'7", so what? So was Maurice Jones-Drew. So was Ray Rice. Devin Singletary, he got excellent vision. Improved O-line. I really like where it's going. But Devin Singletary, hey, them cuts. Yeah. Y'all gonna learn today, man. Y'all gonna learn today. Le'Veon Bell, I liked how he looked. I wouldn't say he looked rusty at all. I would say he went out there and he did a damn good job. That O-line is still a problem for the Jets. Still a problem. I just want to make sure you guys understand that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills overcame 4 first-half turnovers and came back from down 16 points to beat the Jets. Raiders and Broncos. Look, John Gruden made it very fucking clear to you guys. No AB, no problem. I got Tyrell Williams, okay? And I'm an offensive-minded guy, and I'm going to make it work. And he did. And that Broncos secondary was absolutely fucking atrocious. I know they was missing Bryce Callahan, but, man, you got Vic Fangio, the big touted Vic Fangio. We're going to see how that works out. Man, that's not a challenge, man. Big respect, Vic Fangio. But woo, man. Played some real soft coverage out there. And they was giving up the easy pass. Derek Carr was taking it all night. 22 for 26. Damn near 300 yards. God damn. Do not expect that to be a every week thing. You know, on both occasions. Vic Fangio is going to get shit right. And Derek Carr's not going to be that pinpoint every fucking week in and week out. But Josh Jacobs, goddamn. Didn't do anything that was super electric that made you think, oh man, you know, Hall of Famer no shit. But he was absolutely consistent. He's the number one guy in fantasy, at least. He is a bell cow type of guy. I don't know if you drafted him or you didn't, or if you can maybe trade for him or what. But he's a guy who's got fresh legs. He went to Alabama. He was fucking, you know, he never started the whole season. That was the whole thing. Everybody said, oh, you know, I want to see him prove it, man. Fuck that. If you watch film, he's a monster. He loves to break tackles. He finishes runs. He can catch the football. He's a dual threat bell cow in the NFL. Not telling you he's Saquon Barkley. What I'm telling you is you severely undersold him. Flacco didn't get it done, man. He looks, you know, not only the footwork, but the not trusting his reads and shit like that going downfield, not being quick enough on the draw. Like, man, I don't know if old Flacco's gonna handle it. It is week 1. We're going to see. But wasn't a whole lot to love about Joe Flacco out there on Monday night. O-line looked better than it has in previous years. Running backs kind of did their thing. Cortland Sutton, I tried to tell you guys, he's a very good wide receiver. He's probably the wide receiver number 1 over there. And, man, but, you know, Flacco's footwork and between that and, like, missing open guys, like not throwing the ball when you're supposed to, needs improvement. And I believe it will. We'll watch that pan out, but they had a shot, man, at the end of the game. It's third down. They threw it to Deshaun Hamilton, a very reliable slot receiver his whole career at Penn State. This one drop doesn't define him, but, you know, it was like 14-3 or some shit like that. Towards the end, they could have made it a one-score game by catching that in the end zone. It was a great throw from Flacco. You know, he dropped the ball, literally and figuratively. I want you guys to give, and myself included, I want you guys to give the Colts some fucking credit, man. You opened the season with all the trauma of losing Andrew Luck, and now you got to go across the fucking country. You got to open it up to a playoff team in the Chargers, a playoff caliber team that is loaded. And for you to go ahead and damn tie it up at the end and force overtime, you can't ask for nothing more than that, man. Brissett played all right, man. He didn't play bad at all. He was a nice little game manager, made the throws he had to make, didn't put the ball in harm's way too often. I really like what I seen, and I want this to be known, man. After Andrew Luck retired, I have been fuck the Colts, it's over with, man. You know, them bitches ain't running shit. Because when you really look at it last year, man, yes, they added pieces on defense, and there was a lot to be said about the defense last year. But they played a lot of pedestrian offenses down the stretch. And you really seen when they played Kansas City in the playoffs, like, you ain't just going to sit back in zone and let a good quarterback with a lot of plethora of weapons. You just can't just let him sit back there. You know, that shit ain't working no more, man. When you play real deal NFL offenses, hey, you have to come with something else. But they do not have the ponies over there to get that done. And you saw that. I mean, Phillip Rivers, no Melvin Gordon. We'll get into more of that in a minute. The O-line is shit. Was still able to put up 300 and some odd yards. A veteran quarterback with a quick release can eat up a zone. Eat up zone defenses every fucking day. And that's what happened. It's a shame. And it's a shame that for Devin Funchess, He was coming into this year on like a 1-year prove-it deal. He thought he was going to have Andrew Luck out there, and that was going to boost his, his numbers, man. If that's what it's about. It was going to boost his numbers, and he was going to be likely going to be somebody who would earn another contract from another team, or maybe even the Colts. But now you got Brissett. Doesn't look so optimistic to me. The Chargers, we've talked ad nauseum on here about how they play in a 27,000 stadium. Man, them bitches was making some noise yesterday, man. Sunday, man, they was making some noise. I was impressed by that. I was seeing crowd members stand up, like really making noise and shit. Chargers was up 15 midway through the third quarter. Shout out! I know they was big plays like the 63-yard run from Marlon Mack and the T.Y. Hilton catch at the end and shit like that. Big plays that probably shouldn't have happened and wouldn't have happened if Big Derwin James is out there on the field. But hey, can't cry about it now. It is what it is. The narrative today is, oh man, Melvin Gordon. First of all, I want to make my stance very clear. I've said from the jump, Chargers are going to pay Melvin Gordon. Chargers should pay Melvin Gordon. I've preached ad nauseum on Twitter about his statistics over the last several years, even behind, and on this channel, even behind one of the shittiest offensive lines in the NFL. And, I think he deserves big-time money. To me, if I'm Melvin Gordon, I would have just took, instead of bitching about I want the 14 or the 13 or the 15 million, fuck all that. Give me all the guaranteed money. Yeah, I'll play $10, $11 million a year, but I want it fully guaranteed. So it looks like that ain't working out. He's missing games. But the narrative now is we don't need Melvin Gordon. We got Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson. Them boys put up, man, 20. You see the production they had? 20 carries, 119 yards, 7 catches, another 100 yards with 3 total touchdowns. Why the fuck do we need to pay Melvin Gordon this amount of money? That's the narrative. We're going to see how it plays out. There were big plays that were made. Eckler made, a little wiggle. Shout out to Eckler, man. He put up a hell of a performance. Miami and Baltimore. Woo! The Dolphins, non-existent. That was terrible. What I will say about this game on both teams' accounts is it was the hardest hitting game that I watched the whole fucking weekend. Pads was thumping. How about fucking Matthew Judon, man? He put a fucking lick on Kalen Ballage, man. I mean, yeah, baby! He fucking leveled him, man. I want to know, somebody hit me up, man. Is Kalen Ballage okay? Is he alright? Because he got his shit pushed the fuck in, man. How about Lamar Jackson, man? 5 touchdowns. I mean, by the time I looked at the fucking FanDuel sheet, middle of my, one of the other games I watched, I said, God damn, I'm killing these motherfuckers. But only people that beat me on FanDuel was other guys who also had Lamar Jackson. It wasn't like I was some kind of genius, but he did what he was supposed to, man. He had wide open guys and he hit them in stride. Hell, one of the throws he threw, I'm not going to, it's week 1. I'm not going to say too much one way or another, especially with the level of competition they played. But when you look at just like wide open receivers, that's what he had, man. He threw the ball, the fucking receiver caught it. I mean, he didn't do anything super special to me. What's the plan with Josh Rosen, though? That's what I want to know. Do you wait a couple games? Because Fitzpatrick is Fitzpatrick. You know exactly who he is. Okay? He sucked this game. He's going to suck next game. He may have a lot of touchdowns one game. He'll have a game or two, whatever. You know who he is. Are you waiting to see, get a little bit out of the season so that you can see if Josh Rosen, come on, man, bitch, I ain't trying to talk to you. Fuck! I mean, what's the plan, man? You know who Fitzpatrick is. He's exactly who he's always been. You need to find out, is Josh Rosen that dude? And the only way you're going to find out is if you put him out there. Monday Night Football, Texans and Saints. What a fucking game. First half, Saints came out sloppy, came out slow, had some problems. It fucking happens. It's week 1. Micah Hyde for the Texans, boy, he was out there running for his fucking NFL career. 8.3 yards per touch per run. You want to monitor that. I know everybody want Duke Johnson to be that guy. We'll see. Deshaun Watson, his first touchdown into the end zone, it was scary as a fan, seeing the way he landed and just seeing, because I want him to be, a 10-year starter in this league. I want to see as much Deshaun Watson as I can. And I know he's a warrior. I know he's, it's in his spirit to score and put his team on his back and all those things. Man, I wish he wouldn't do shit like that, though. Wish he wouldn't do shit like that. Everybody wants a quarterback like that, lay it all on the line. But when you come up, because he was down for a minute, motherfuckers was rubbing his back and shit on the sideline all game. That's a little scary, man. You don't want to see that. But, hey, on defense, man, the Saints really was playing to let Watson air it out. They let him have it, man. They let him have open looks. And he took them. He took his shots. They banked on being able to get to him before he was releasing the football. That paid off somewhat. 6 sacks, 11 times he was hit. But he made them pay on that deep ball, and I hope teams is paying attention. Texans, after trading Jadeveon Clowney, no pass rush. J.J. Watt, one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever suit up. I mean, he had 0 tackles, 0 sacks. God damn. I mean, that's fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. This game had 3 fourth quarter lead changes, which is exactly what you want from, for that first Monday Night Football game of the season. It was fun to watch. It was fucking amazing, man. I was up all fucking game. I was standing the fuck up. Like it was one of my teams, man. Like, it was good. I was pumped. Very entertaining. Romeo Crennel. This is what I want to know, man. With all your experience in the NFL as a defensive coordinator, why in the fuck is you playing prevent defense on the last fucking little transition of the game? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You knew, Booger said it on a commentator. He knew what was happening. Drew Brees saw it. He recognized he had way too much fucking cushion. All you needed was a couple yards to get closer. You had the time. Downset hut, throw, easy completion. Man, it's terrible. Why would you give that to them? Anyway, 58-yard field goal. It's over with. Ball game. Ball game, ball game. Fucking ball game, Chief. Blew it. I expect more from Romeo Crennel. I know your secondary sucks, but you put him in a shit situation, man. It was like 10 seconds left in the game, and you left him with all that cushion. You blew it. You fucking blew it. But shouldn't have been in that situation anyway. I mean, if you're Houston, you had to know they came back and scored in 2 plays. Took almost no time off the clock. You had to know that was a terrible idea, man. A terrible. You cannot give Drew Brees 40-something seconds, 1 timeout, only needing a field goal to win it. You can't. You can't do it. He's the boogeyman, okay? He's a bad... I'm a Falcons fan. I know more than anybody. He's a bad motherfucker, man. And you knew better than that. How about old D-Hop, though, man? He put the fucking suplex... Oh! He put the fucking suplex on his ass. Oh shit! The Redskins is up 21-0. Come on, man. Come on, man. Really? You thought that shit was gonna last? Come on, man. Philadelphia committed to stopping the run. Darius Geis, Peterson, like they knocked Geis out the game first and foremost, and bad tackling. They gave up some big plays in the secondary. I mean, they did it last year. They're probably going to do it some more this year. And game 1, no exception. Like, they dared Case Keenum to throw deep, and they did because the Washington Redskins finally got a deep threat in Terry McLaurin, man. And, he did what he had to do. Terry McLaurin's wide open, streaking downfield. He threw him the fucking ball. And, they went up early. The Vernon Davis play, how about that, man? Hold on. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Ha ha! Say he was playing with a heavy heart yesterday because his grandfather died and all that shit, and that's cool, you know, respect and all that. Keep it real, Vernon. You always fucking crying, homeboy. How about the Philadelphia Eagles starting Sproles, man? To me, it was one or two things. That either sent the message of like, hey, he's the veteran, he's here, he's the guy, he's been here for a long time. We have that much respect for this guy who is a legend, not only in NFL but in college football. Like, he's a legend in the NFL, make no mistake about it. Either Peterson just wanted to be loyal to that, you know, because Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders are newcomers. Either that, or he felt like Sproles' shiftiness and speed and all that was just what they needed to counteract that tough Washington Redskins front seven, man. I didn't think for one fucking second that the Washington Redskins was going to win that game. I didn't. I fucking didn't. And it was only a matter of time, so, you know, halftime and all that shit. Check this out, man. Where my stat at? The Redskins in the second half. 3 drives, 3 punts, 5 fucking yards. They got 1 garbage touchdown at the end of the game when they was going to lose. I blame that on Doug Peterson, man. He must have been playing. He gambles, man. He must have been taking Washington plus 10. Tampa Bay, San Francisco. It was the most. It was the highest points over under on the week, I do believe. Bruce Arians, man. You're supposed to be the savior coming here. You know, you're trying to fix Jameis Winston. Why in the fuck do you have Byron Leftwich calling the plays, man? Bruce Arians, I do not understand. He is an OC. He's a football legend. He's all of those things. Why would you handicap yourself by... You already have the headache of Jameis Winston. Why in the fuck would you let somebody else call the plays when this is your fucking team, man? This is what you was brought here for. I don't get it. But Jameis gonna Jameis, man. It's so frustrating, man, because you see him make plays, you know, 3rd and long, you know. Here's a fun fact for you. Not one quarterback in the NFL last year had a higher success rate on 3rd and long than Jameis Winston. He had far fewer opportunities than everybody else because he played less with the Fitzpatrick shit, but 42%, 3rd and long. That tells you he can make the throw downfield. He can put it into tight spaces. You know, he is accurate at times. It's the decision making, man. And that's what Bruce Arians is here to try to fix. We're going to see how that plays out. Jameis Winston, you know, he's the guy that can, you know, pressure's coming in. Spin out on fucking 3rd and 16, throw the ball, completion pass. He's that guy. He's also the same guy who, from like the 11-yard line, you know, in the red zone, it's 1st down. Hike the ball, there's no pressure coming, his wide receivers is covered up, and he throws it out of bounds. That's unintentional grounding, dude. Come on, man, this is your 5th season. You got to know better, man. But it's just so frustrating because he's both of those guys in one, and he's always been a turnover machine, and that's what you saw on Sunday, man. 4 turnovers, 4 picks. The San Francisco 49ers doubled their fucking interception totals from last season in one game because of Jameis Winston. There was a Vernon Hargreaves sighting out there. Hot damn. Hot damn. This guy was looking like a bust. We'll see how much further, you know, he can accelerate this year. Gonna see how it plays out, but 49ers, they put up 31 points. Garoppolo didn't look great. It's week 1. It's the first fucking week, man. I'm trying to nail that point home with you guys. It's week 1. How about Ronald Jones out there making plays, man? How about Ronald Jones, man? He made some fucking plays. Not sure if he's going to be fantasy relevant the whole year. Keep your eyes peeled, man. He was out there making plays yesterday. 3rd and 17, the screen. I know they was playing hardcore prevent. The Niners was. That was a weird-ass formation, but shout out to them, man. They made the play. They made the fucking play, got the 1st down. 49ers didn't do exactly as good of offensively as I thought they would do. But also you got to take into account they had plenty of red zone opportunities, or at least, that got turned to field goals. They had several touchdowns called back due to penalties. So do not get discouraged.